Hey, everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a book that's all about how small changes can lead to big impacts, The Tipping Point, How Little Things Can Make a Big Difference by Malcolm Gladwell. If you've ever wondered why some ideas, trends, or behaviors suddenly take off while others fade away, this book is for you. Gladwell, a master storyteller and journalist, explores the science behind social epidemics, how they start, spread, and reach a tipping point. Whether you're a marketer, entrepreneur, educator, or just someone curious about human behavior, The Tipping Point offers fascinating insights into how small actions can create massive change. So, grab a notebook, sit back, and let's explore the key ideas, lessons, and takeaways from this groundbreaking book. Overview of the book. The Tipping Point is based on the idea that social epidemics, whether they're trends, behaviors, or ideas, spread like viruses. Gladwell identifies 3 key factors that determine whether something will tip into widespread popularity. 1. The law of the few. A small group of people, connectors, mavens, and salesmen, play a disproportionate role in spreading ideas. 2. The stickiness factor. The content of the message matters. It needs to be memorable and impactful. 3. The power of context. The environment or context in which the message is delivered can make a big difference. Through a combination of case studies, research, and real-world examples, Gladwell provides a framework for understanding how social epidemics work and how to create them. Key themes and lessons. Let's break down the 3 key factors of social epidemics and explore how they work in practice. These are the ideas that have made The Tipping Point a must-read for anyone interested in understanding how ideas spread. 1. The law of the few. The role of connectors, mavens, and salesmen. Gladwell argues that not everyone plays an equal role in spreading ideas. Instead, a small group of people, connectors, mavens, and salesmen, are responsible for driving social epidemics. A. Connectors. Connectors are people with vast social networks. They know a lot of people and are skilled at bringing them together. Example: think of someone who seems to know everyone in your community or industry. They're the person who can introduce you to the right people. Case study: Paul Revere's Midnight Ride is a classic example of a connector in action. His extensive network allowed him to spread the message of the British invasion quickly and effectively. The takeaway: identify and leverage connectors in your network. These are the people who can help spread your message far and wide. B. Mavens. Mavens are information specialists. They're the people who know a lot about a particular topic and love to share their knowledge. Example: a friend who always knows the best deals or the latest tech gadgets is a maven. Case study: the rise of online review platforms like Yelp has empowered mavens to share their expertise and influence others' decisions. The lesson: tap into mavens to build credibility and trust. Their expertise can help make your message more persuasive. C. Salesmen. Salesmen are persuasive communicators. They have the ability to convince others to take action. Example: a charismatic leader who can inspire their team to achieve great things is a salesman. Case study: Gladwell shares the story of Tom Gow, a financial planner who uses his persuasive skills to convince clients to make smart financial decisions. The takeaway: work with salesmen to make your message compelling. Their ability to persuade can help drive action. 2. The stickiness factor. Making your message memorable. Gladwell explains that for an idea to tip into an epidemic, it needs to be sticky, memorable, and impactful. The content of the message matters just as much as who delivers it. A. Simplicity. Gladwell argues that simple messages are more likely to stick. They're easier to understand and remember. Example: the Just Do It slogan from Nike is simple, memorable, and impactful. Case study: the success of Sesame Street is largely due to its ability to deliver educational content in a simple, engaging way. The takeaway: keep your message simple. Focus on the core idea and make it easy to understand. B. Unexpectedness. Gladwell explains that unexpected messages are more likely to grab attention and stick in people's minds. Example: the Got Milk campaign used unexpected visuals, like a man with a mouthful of peanut butter and no milk, to grab attention and make the message stick. Case study: The rise of viral videos often hinges on their unexpectedness. Think of the "Charlie bit my finger" video. It's unexpected and memorable. The lesson: add an element of surprise to your message. The more unexpected it is, the more likely it is to stick. C. Emotional resonance. Gladwell argues that messages that evoke strong emotions are more likely to stick. Example: charity campaigns often use emotional appeals, like images of starving children, to make their message stick. Case study: the Daisy ad from Lyndon B. Johnson's 1964 presidential campaign used emotional imagery to make a lasting impact. The takeaway: tap into emotions to make your message stick. Whether it's joy, fear, or sadness, emotions make messages memorable. 3. The power of context. The environment matters. Gladwell explains that the context in which a message is delivered can make a big difference. Small changes in the environment can have a big impact on behavior. A. The broken windows theory. Gladwell discusses the broken windows theory, which argues that small signs of disorder, like broken windows, can lead to larger social problems. Example: in the 1980s, New York City reduced crime by cracking down on small offenses like graffiti and fare evasion. Case study: the success of the broken windows theory in New York City shows how small changes in the environment can lead to big improvements in behavior. The takeaway: pay attention to the context in which your message is delivered. Small changes in the environment can have a big impact. B. The rule of 150. Gladwell introduces the rule of 150, which argues that groups of 150 or fewer people are more effective at spreading ideas and maintaining cohesion. Example: the Hutterites, a religious group, limit their communities to 150 people to maintain social cohesion. Case study: companies like Gore-Tex, the makers of Gore-Tex fabric, keep their teams small to foster collaboration and innovation. The lesson: keep your group small. The rule of 150 suggests that smaller groups are more effective at spreading ideas and maintaining cohesion. C. The power of timing. Gladwell explains that timing can make a big difference in whether an idea tips into an epidemic. Example: the success of Harry Potter can be attributed in part to its timing. It arrived at a time when there was a gap in the market for children's literature. Case study: the rise of social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter was partly due to their timing. They arrived at a time when people were looking for new ways to connect online. The takeaway: pay attention to timing. The right message at the right time can tip into an epidemic. Actionable takeaways. Now that we've covered the 3 key factors of social epidemics, let's talk about how you can apply them in your own life or business. Here are some actionable steps inspired by the tipping point. 1. Leverage the law of the few. Identify and work with connectors, mavens, and salesmen to spread your message. These are the people who can help your idea tip into an epidemic. 2. Make your message sticky. Focus on simplicity, unexpectedness, and emotional resonance to make your message memorable and impactful. 3. Pay attention to context. Consider the environment in which your message is delivered. Small changes in context can have a big impact on behavior. 4. Keep groups small. Use the rule of 150 to maintain cohesion and effectiveness in your groups. 5. Time your message. Pay attention to timing. The right message at the right time can tip into an epidemic. Criticisms and controversies. While the tipping point has been widely praised, some critics argue that Gladwell's ideas are more descriptive than prescriptive. In other words, they explain why some ideas tip into epidemics, but don't always provide a clear roadmap for creating them. Additionally, some of the examples in the book may feel dated, given the rapid evolution of technology and communication. However, the book's core principles remain highly relevant and applicable across industries and contexts. Conclusion: The Tipping Point is a must-read for anyone interested in understanding how ideas spread and how to create social epidemics. Malcolm Gladwell's insights into the law of the few, the stickiness factor, and the power of context provide a powerful framework for understanding and driving change. Whether you're a marketer, entrepreneur, educator, or just someone curious about human behavior, this book offers practical insights and strategies to help you make a big impact. If you found this summary helpful, Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more book summaries and insights into human behavior. Let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway from The Tipping Point is, or if there's another book you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.